Hello everybody, this is Lonk the Sane. Welcome back to my channel once more, and today I am going to be embracing my inner dark side. I'm going to be going full on bad guy, and we are going to be playing Nilfgaard. And since we're playing Nilfgaard, hey, why let anybody else have any fun? So we're going to be playing Lockdown, a nice fun policey sort of ability. At the start of the game, we're going to disable the enemy leader for the duration of the battle. We're not going to let them use their leader ability at all. Now, all decks use a leader ability, of course, but some decks, like Death Shadow or Hidden Cache or Uprising, lean a little more heavily on their leader than others, and those are the ones we're going to be looking to target with this deck. This is not necessarily a tier 1 or top tier type of strategy. It's going to be a little bit wonky because the decks that this is good against, it's going to be really, really good against. Others, it's just going to kind of be okay. But nonetheless, we're going to be trying to control the board using a whole bunch of poison. So, of course, that means we're going to be playing Masquarade Ball. And we're going to hopefully be playing this twice. I know last time, the first video I did, I went through it card by card. I actually don't like doing that. So what I'll do is I will leave a list of the cards in the description below. Unfortunately, being on my Android, I can't export a deck list into PlayGwent, and PlayGwent won't let me type it in manually. So I don't know. I'm just caught in this impasse. So I guess I'll just write it out in the description below. Hopefully that gets fixed. And I'll give you a proper link so you can check it out for yourself. And you can see the cards that I'm using. But I'm sure most of you will know what I'm playing already. But anyway, the strategy with this deck, turn 1, we'll play out the Masquerade Ball. Or not turn 1, but rather round 1 is play out Masquerade Ball. And then we can use Matta if need be to hunt for it in deck and to play it out if we don't have the Masquerade Ball in hand. Hopefully we'll have one of those two cards in hand. I mean, if we need to use Royal Decree to go hunt for Matta, then play out Masquerade Ball. That's not ideal, but it can be done. But round 1, definitely want to get that Masquerade Ball out, and also make sure we have at least 2 Aristocrats in our opening hand so we can get both as triggers. We have a couple Van Moorlehem Hunters. We have Thirsty Damon here, and we also have Vincent Van Moorlehem. So should be fairly routine that we have a couple Aristocrats in hand. And then in round number 2, hopefully we will have round number 1. We're going to deploy Assire Var Anahid, or however you pronounce that last name. I don't know for sure. So we will use Assire to shuffle the Masquerade Ball from our graveyard back into our deck. And then round number 3, we will hopefully have the Matta, or we'll just be able to draw into the Masquerade Ball itself and be able to deploy it again in round number 3. So that's the basic strategy of this deck, is round 1, Masquerade Ball, hopefully win. Round 2, we'll bleed the opponent a little bit by playing out the Assire. I mean, bleeds are really good with this deck that I've found. And then round number 3, I get out Masquerade Ball again and just cause all sorts of misery and sadness with it. So, like I said, this is not necessarily a tier 1 strategy. It's going to be better against some decks than others. And one card in particular we do have to look out for is this guy right here, Damien de la Tour. He re-enables your leader's ability, but if the ability is locked, he can enable the ability if he's able to go off. So fortunately, we have a few lock cards in here, like the aforementioned Van Moorlehem Hunters, and I also threw in an additional Dorregaray of Vole, just to give us another lock unit that hopefully we can use. So, yeah, like I said, the idea is going to be throwing a bunch of poison around. We have Maraal for that. We also have plenty of Fangs of the Empire, along with the ones we'll be getting from the Masquerade Ball. We have a couple Raw Tossers. We have Van Moorlehem's Cupbearer. So a bunch of ways to dish out some poison, a couple of locks, and just that fun Nilfgaardy stuff that everybody enjoys playing against so thoroughly. So, all right, enough of me yammering on about the deck. Let's dive into a couple games here, and we'll see how it does. Alright, looks like we're up against a monster deck with Carapace as their power. Interesting. Not sure exactly what I'm going to be up against here. Oh, Masquerade Ball, that's good. So you can go back in the deck for later. We have 2 Aristocrats in hand. You can go back. Alright, Invocation we don't need. but we'll stick with it. So let's play out our Masquerade Ball. And hopefully they're not running any artifact removal. I don't know that monster decks usually do. So looks like we're going to be facing some big beasties here. That might be a good one to hit with Swears. Why don't I do that? I'll take one of those. Thank you. And then if I spin this... Okay, that doesn't boost it. So I guess it's when I play it from hand that works. Not really worth poisoning. Arch Spore, okay. Another one I'm not really worried about poisoning either. So there goes its armor. I doubt this is a bleed deck, so let's just play Imperial Diviner here.
Stars content, you shall be victorious.
And we'll just pump up the Intriga Larva. So this deck does really, really good against monster decks. They tend to lean in a little bit more on their power. I don't know how good Carapace is going to be, though. I guess it does give him a lot of protection. Alright, that's something that can eat something else, right? So with this row. I don't think I want to allow that, so play the Van Moorlehem Hunter. Lock that down. And let's start poisoning the Intriga here. The next turn is probably going to just be the other Thirsty Dame and then pass. Not even. Alright, so we're just going to pass here as well. Jump way out ahead of front of the monster deck. Now if we can get a tire here, or whatever her name is. I still don't know the names of these cards. And if they're not English origin, I'm really in trouble, so... Alright. Let's see. No, we don't get her. Can we get her now? Nope, we don't get her either time, so... We're up to 9. I honestly think we just bleed the opponent here a bit. So we can go down to 7. I mean, we're both going to end up being even anyway. Okay, if they use up gold cards, that's good. Hopefully we'll have a Thirsty Dame next turn, so I'm just going to play one out here.
The Van Moorlehems, they truly spoil us.
Then hopefully our opponent will be behind still. Hopefully they won't play out anything too large. That's very large, but that's a defender. That's a good one. We'll both be at 10 anyway, so... Guess we'll just pass the turn. So we got 2 gold cards out of him. That's good. Okay, we can get it back into... Yeah, but we don't have any other way to draw it out, I don't think. So I think we're going to have to do... What's in our boneyard? Yes, we do still have Matta in our deck. So that's what we're hunting for. Let's see if we can get Matta. Bomb Heaver, I think, can go. Do we want a Rot Tosser? I don't think so. Yeah, there we go. Woo! That was a bit tough call. Now we can use our Royal Decree for something else, so we can definitely get the Masquerade Ball out this turn. That's a Wild Hunt Hound. Masquarade Ball, you go back into the deck. We do have 2 aristocrats in hand. So then we can dig for Vincent with this. The Royal Decree. Alright, that's going to give us one of our Magne Division cards.
Do not
Oh,
make me beg.
okay. Never mind, that's even better. So, alright, let's play out Matta.
Music marries cultures.
So we each theoretically have our best and worst cards in hand. Just seeing the new animations on it. Because I did get the spend some dust. Alright, let's get our Thirsty Dame going. Let's see if they have artifact removal. They do. Now would be the time to use it. Hoping they don't, though. We have a lot of poison. We have a lot of lock. I think we're good and set this round. Whatever giant beast they throw at us, I think we can handle. Haunt. Okay. Yeah, I think we're just going to lock that down.
The Van Moorlehems detest.
We'll play Fangs of the Empire. We'll poison this. So now is where we start swinging the tempo in our favor. Barghest, okay. That's going to be able to eat her. You're going to see something. Alright, no big deal. Why wouldn't you take someone with 4 power? I'm not sure. But, you know, opponent made their decisions. Gotta respect it.
A superb specimen, truly.
It's also always nice having Yennefer's Invocation in hand last turn. So even if they eat something to get huge. The Beast, sure. That's another good target for us to poison.
Drinking can be hazardous to your health.
So the poison's slowly working its magic. Our Thirsty Dames are getting bigger and bigger. This is what happens when you have a deck that doesn't interact a whole lot. Dettlaff. Ooh, can we lock Dettlaff? Yes, but I don't honestly remember if it works. Yeah, I think if he's locked, he won't be able to come back. Oh, never mind, he's going to get eaten anyway. So they're going to get something really, really huge. But that's why Yennefer is in here, to yoink something that does something like that. Let's lock him.
I do not mince words.
Stop these shenanigans. So our opponent's just going for as many points as they possibly can. Normally not a bad idea. But this is a deck that absolutely preys on the fact that they're not interacting. And all the shields, all the armor you can give them really isn't going to help against poison. So, alright, so they just consume that one. Alright, so I think we start... we can't lock it, so it's going to eat something else. But I still think we poison here.
Feeling a bit peckish.
Bad little doggy. It's going to eat something. I mean, Detlef is locked, so I don't think he'll come back if that's locked. I don't know what happens to lock after it goes into the graveyard. Ruin, the other one. So, surprised this isn't a Death Shadow deck. I wonder what they're doing different in this one that it wouldn't be Death Shadow. But, okay, I think we just... Poison?
Eyes closed, mouth open.
Alright, got some kind of poison-related achievement. Yahoo! More keys for me. Kiki more worker. Sure. Alright, let's play Maraal.
In my trade,
If we can just poison that next turn, that'd be fine too. Do they have some way to stop us from poisoning their biggest unit? Azrael, sure. Okay, so... What else could we play from our deck? What other unit would we... Tourney Joust could take out something. So why don't we just poison this? And then... Oh, we can't play... It's a unit we have to play. So, does anything have status? Yeah, they have a locked unit. Why not? It's not the biggest target, but it'll do. So, let's take out this. We're just well ahead. This deck usually doesn't swing for this many points. But, you know, the opponent's not really in an interactive deck. So, alright, let's just steal Azrael and steal the win. So absolutely beats up on the monster decks. And, you know, monster tends to be lower interaction, tends to be very linear. They just want to boost up their units as much as they can. And when that happens, this deck preys upon it. Not sure how much the Carapace would have figured into their game plan. I know this does really well against Death Shadow and like Fruits of Yizgith. Yeah, I don't know how much the Carapace would have really helped, but no, kind of surprised the opponent was a Death Shadow there, but either way, I'm sure it helped that we denied them their resource in having any kind of leader ability. So, yeah, that's a good win for this one. All right, we have hidden cash. Yum, 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 yum. All right, this should be one we should be able to win quite handily. This is a deck that very much relies on hidden cash, but then again, if we don't get the cards we need here, might be in some trouble. Could use a Masquerade Ball, but we do have Matta, so we should be good to go for round 1. And then we do have Assire for round 2. Yeah, this is not bad. So, what else do I want to... I don't think I'm going to need these very much. Alright. So the opponent goes first. Damage enemy unit by 3. Got it.
deals can be filed within 7 years.
And let me just tweak the volume here. Alright, so there's Matta.
This dance, you will never forget.
There's our Masquerade Ball. And let's have a ball. Now the problem is then in round 3, it's going to be tougher to get it back. We have Assire to put it back into the deck, but we might not be able to get it, but it's worth taking a shot at least. Alright, those both have Intimidate. So those might be things we want to lock down. There's our Thirsty Dame. Those are also good targets to poison. I mean, if they play Saul or something, I doubt they would in the first round. But our opponent's not able to get access to the coins they want. Okay, so that takes that out. Our opponent's up to the max number of coins. So, let's see. I think we'll just play out the Rot Tosser for now. I'm sure they would have used artifact removal if they had it. Slander. Alright. So that's going to place a bounty on our Thirsty Dame. So maybe I should have been able to purify that. Yeah, I think I just play the Cupbearer in the back row. Let's remove that bounty. Then we can start picking off some of those poisoned units. Probably be a Thirsty Dame next turn. Alright, so they're going to hit an enemy unit before. Even more so than that. Ah, they used all their coins. Gotcha. So let's play out another Thirsty Dame. And then let's throw out some poison. Almost like nothing happened at all. Eavesdrop. Alright.
Remember, this will be out of the secrets.
So it doesn't really improve them much on board.
Few poachers dare venture into the Van Moorlehem.
Lucky unit. Lay out another Fangs. Take out this. This may be a pass the turn type of deal after this. We'll see what the opponent plays out. If they play anything out. Nope, they're going to pass, so we'll take an even hand here. So definitely helps that they don't have access to that extra money in the bank. Thirsty Dame, another Fangs. Good, good, good. Swears is good too. This can go back. That'll be good for next round. Yeah, I think this is fine. Kind of like this one. We're gonna need, we have two aristocrats in hand, so yeah, we should be good for the last round. And Assire is gonna be my move here. I'm gonna try and dig for that Masquerade Ball. I don't have another way to coax it out of the deck, unfortunately, because I had to use Matta on the first round. Well, let's see what the opponent does. Hopefully it'll be less than 6. Yep, so we're still ahead. And we're just going to pass the turn here. So they'll be down a card going into the last round. Yennefer's Invocation would be nice to have as well. Courier, sure. So they're fixing their draw for next turn. But we are now going to be up a card, which is great. We're going to have the last say. Nope, nope. Yennefer's is good. You are bad. Bomb Heaver. Be good if they get Passiflora. And nope, not going to have it this round. So, alright, what can we get with our Royal Decree? Nothing too exciting with Royal Decree, unfortunately. But our opponent's going to go first. So we will not have the convenience of having the Masquerade Ball in this round, but I think we'll be okay regardless. Sly Seductress. Okay.
Nothing tickles my tits quite like a good secret.
So that's something we want to lock right away? I think so.
I do not mince words.
Keep that from getting out of hand. We're just going to play hard control this round. Keep our opponent from getting too far ahead. We have a couple of poison units. We have a Bomb Heaver. So I'm sure we'll be seeing Passiflora this round. So they're just going to purify that. Alright. We'll have to figure out some other way to deal with it. For now, let's just draw out a Thirsty Dame.
Don't ask a lady her age. It's unbecoming.
Okay.
Shh, my noble knight. Be still.
And might want to get another poison out of there. So let's start throwing out some poison. Come on, Sweers wants to come out and play here. And what did that do? Purified a unit. Alright. So maybe I should lock that first before I waste my poison. Alright, I don't have a lock unit. Do have the Hunter though, so let's try that. Let's see if we can lock it down this way. So Thirsty Dame is kind of keeping us in the fight here, keeping up with our opponent in terms of points. So that's going to see something. There goes our Thirsty Dame. But we'll get those points right back. Play Sweers.
Hop to it, knaves.
Alright. We're kind of hurting for not having the Passiflora. Or excuse me, not the Passiflora, the Masquerade Ball. Place a bounty on an enemy unit. Okay. Not going to let that happen.
I divine
Right, I guess the Dame is just as good in the opponent's deck as it is here. Witch Hunter Executioner. Right.
Late for the best buyers.
So probably going to get a lot of units with bleeding very soon. Let's try a Maraal.
Death can come where blood there's none.
Yeah, I probably should have saved that Swears. I don't know this deck too well, to be honest, so I think that should be fairly obvious at this point. Okay, so it should be 6. So we're not going to be able to poison the other one. But what we can do is we can play Van Moorlehem. Destroy the one with status. And we should be able to finish it off with Yennefer. Hopefully, maybe. If we're within 11, we can. Yep, that Geralt does no good.
Not your lucky day.
So we've got this one in the bag. Play out a Bomb Heaver.
I smell a leak.
And that bleed on the second round allowed us to get the victory. So we beat the hidden cash deck. We couldn't allow the opponents to get to their coins. And that ended up a lot closer than I thought it would, but in the end we were able to get the job done. Unfortunately, that's kind of a problem with this deck with the Masquerade Ball. Sometimes we can't always get it out of our deck by round 3, especially if we have to play Matta. We got plenty of looks at it, just couldn't quite get there, but, you know, no ball, no problem. We were able to get the job done anyway, and yeah, that's a top tier deck in there, and this deck really lines up well against it. When they can't have access to that gold each round, that really does set the opponent back. So yeah, that's a good example of what this deck is capable of doing. Now, I did misspeak at the end of that last one. I meant to say it's a top tier strategy. It's not necessarily a top tier deck. We didn't see Passiflora, we didn't see Sol, we didn't see Yurden, so I don't think it was the fully optimized version, but nonetheless, it was a hidden cash deck, and hidden cash definitely wants that extra cheddar in its pocket at the beginning of the rounds, and we were able to deny that to the opponent. So that definitely helped us out big time, and we were able to control the board and win. We saw us against the monster deck. We were able to get out the Masquerade Ball twice. That helped us out a lot, being able to take out some of our giant monsters that we were up against. And we weren't able to do so against Hidden Cash, but nonetheless we were able to win anyway because this is just a good, solid control deck through and through. And like I said, there are some leaders that this is going to be really good against, and others that's just okay. But overall, it's a good, solid deck. I've been climbing up through rank with it, and I've been having fun playing it. I'm sure my opponents are not enjoying this deck as much as I do. But yeah, definitely give this a try. It's a good control deck, and Masquerade Ball, if you get it to go off, it can be really powerful. And if you're able to deploy a lot of poison, hey, that will solve a lot of your problems. So that's going to be it for me today. I will leave this deck list in the description below. And I should be back on Thursday with another ladder time for Nilfgaard. If you haven't played Nilfgaard or checked it out, you're more than welcome to check it out. It's a fun game. And I should be back next week with another Gwent video. Not sure what I'm going to do just yet. I usually don't know till a couple days before. So hopefully it'll be something fun and exciting once again. So thank you all for joining me, and I will see you guys next time.